All right, amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you can see me. I mean, you can see the screen and the recording is on. So, without further ado, let's start. Um, yeah, my name is Emilia, and I'm the career tutor at an academy as well as the community building. Teacher. So, let's dive into our today's career tutorial. Today, we're going to be talking about preparing and so let's go ahead. But before everything, as an announcement, we're going to have a CPS after this session. Then let's make sure we also participate in that. You're welcome, Uluma. Uma. Yeah, we're still starting you on time. Amazing. So here, when we talk about CV, let's see the CV overview. A CV is a marketing piece. It should be or should highlight your strong points, basically like education, your professional experience, your project skills, and accomplishments. So the purpose of a CV is to get an interview. That's the purpose of CV. Like if you're making up your CV, if you're reviewing your CV, if you're creating your CV, or any CV that you have, know that the purpose of this is just to have an interview when you're applying. Yes. Sorry for that. Yeah. So this is the purpose. Know that when you're applying, or maybe when you're making your CV, when you're editing anything, make sure that your CV meets this purpose. The interview. It should be able to take you until to the interview stage. Yeah, and that's why it's important to be clear about how you will to value, make whoever reads your CV view as a valuable, uh, not as a student, to be as a professional when they're reading your CV. So that means your CV should be more concrete and more clear. Going on here, by writing an effective CV, the goal is to ensure it satisfies two audience. The first one, it should satisfy the humans. The CV should be clear, attractive, and informative. And then also the second, it should also satisfy the machines. We know that nowadays, like a lot of recruiting or maybe hiring process, they use machine or machine-led system to review CV. So your CV will be subjected to automated scanning by a variety of services, and we want your CV to perform well in this scanning. That's why you have to make your CV more effective to serve the purpose, more effective to these two audiences, humans and machines. Going so forward, how long do you think, this is a question, how long do you think it takes a recruiter to view a CV the first time? How long? Maybe we can answer in the chat box, or maybe if you think you can raise a hand and answer, we go forward. How many minutes? Is it hours? Is it like minutes? 2 minutes. Okay. It is 2 minutes. How long do you think it will take a recruiter to review your CV? You have Simon, you have other people you can share. 5 seconds to 10 seconds. Amazing. Okay. So it takes only average of 10 to 30 seconds to review a CV the first time. That is when they are shortlisting. Only 10 to 30 seconds maximum to review a CV. So do you think your CV will get a chance to pass this stage? That's why you need to review your CV before sending to make your CV more concrete and more clear. Part of the CV is the top half of the page. It must give evidence of a good match when you're submitting your CV. It should have the first impression. Then demonstrating the value as well. What employers have in mind while looking at your CV? How can you be valuable to us? First of all, like they'll be looking like, is this person going to be valuable to us? What are they bringing on the table? What do they know? What are their skills? Where have they worked before? You know, that's the first value. How can you be valuable to us? And also the value itself, the experience, the accomplishments, the skills, and education. And here, a successful job seeker understands their unique combination of experience plus accomplishments, skills, education, and articulate their value to employers. Yeah. So a CV component Should also have contact information. Here you should state your name. Your name should be clearly stated, like international format. Then contact information, email, phone number are also important. Address is optional. For the phone number, you have to ensure that you put the plus and the code, the country code, for you to be able to present your CV internationally. Yeah. Then you should also have the LinkedIn account. A link you should make sure the link is clickable. Then no include a photo. A good CV doesn't need to include a photo to put on your photo or something. Preferably no photo with your link with your CV. Going forward, a CV component as well. It should also have professional summary. This is a 50-word brief description of themselves or of yourself in relationship or in relation to what you can do and the concept, the tools that you are familiar with. So here you should have. We have seen that your CV should have contact information, professional summary. Then with a 50-word summary, a recruiter will be able to easily see, number one, which career track you are on. Number two, 3 to 5 relevant keywords. This should speak to employers and should be the intersection of what you are able to do well, the HR project management, the ChatGPT, the communication, etc. Another thing, what trainee are familiar enough to work with or speak about during an interview. That should all be in. Another thing, they should also be able to easily the next job. What do you want to do in the next job when you get to what do you want to do? Number comes to a profession, not a student. You should sell yourself as a professional, not a student. Okay. Another part of the CV, this is a technical skills. This helps recruiters to skim your CV and look for familiar keywords, technologies, and platforms which are relevant to the track being applied for. Include important acronyms and abbreviation like project planning, Trello, Notion, Asana, Web Slack, etc. Database, we can talk about maybe Oracle, Access, like MySQL, etc. These are the technical skills that you should present on the CV, should be relevant to what the recruiter is looking for. We also have work experience. The work experience should be relevant, internship, and volunteer positions. If you don't, maybe if you haven't had maybe any experience working for some volunteer positions, they should all be stated under the work experience. I guess there's some background noise. I think Tadese, if you may mute yourself, please. All right, thank you. Included the relevant work internships or maybe volunteer positions where you have volunteered and everything. So recruiters are interested in your achievements than your job descriptions. You shouldn't be putting job description, this is what I was doing. You should be putting more of your achievement than job descriptions. That's what recruiters are looking for. For example, maybe you've been maybe an engineer or machine learning engineer. You should be putting your what you achieved. That would be sounding like descriptions, job description, but they are more of mention the results from your work. If you did maybe XYZ, how did it impact your teams, milestones, or the company in general? How many clients served? How many clients did you serve in relevant? How many teams member you manage? Maybe how many partners that you brought on board? Maybe how many, like in terms of achievements, not more descriptions, job descriptions. You should be stating them in terms of achievements. So by there, the recruiter will be interested, like be like, oh, this person were able to achieve these results, we're able to bring on this data. So I think maybe it might be valuable to us as well. So that's how you hit it and you make it to the interview session, or to the interview stage. Yeah. As we're going on, another part of the CV, education, is very, very important component of the CV. This one includes your educational background in a reverse chronological order, your major and graduation date, or expected graduation date if you haven't graduated yet. Add your GPA if strong or if required by company, and then do not include high school or primary education. That shouldn't be included. Most people do their CV and they include all their educational background from nursery, from high school, from everywhere, but at least for university, then upwards. That would be more recommended. Relevant coursework, maybe, or trainings, of course, the 10 academic trainings and their operation dates should also be added on the CV. For example, you had maybe a coursework, or maybe you had a training somewhere with 10 academy as an example, then that should also be included within your educational part. Yeah. Going forward, another CV components, you have license and certifications. Always list certifications on the CV in reverse chronological order as well. For each certification and license that you list on your CV includes the full name of the certification. Any common abbreviation can be included in parentheses. Then the issuing organization that issued that license or certification, the dates you earned the certification, the location, if applicable, additional details or add-ons, if applicable. You might also consider, don't confuse professional certifications with honors and awards. Don't also confuse certification and short or small online courses, online classes. Don't always translate to skills and certification. So another optional CV component is projects, but this is also highly recommended, including notable projects you have carried out, maybe projects you have worked on, maybe projects that you led, including a short description with a link as well. That's also very, very important. And then very impressions are important. Use the professional, consistent styles, punctuation and fonts in reverse chronological order, the CV real estate and page layout, countering lining up parts of the CV, utilize bullets in order of contents. Then the CV should be at least 1 page, maximum 2 page at most. Yeah, this is the CV formatting. And then the final CV checklist. Here you have your CV has no photo. Remember that you shouldn't put your photo on a CV. Your name is 100% consistent across your CV, your LinkedIn, and your GitHub. Then all links works and click to the right place. You should ensure that all links provide your LinkedIn, your GitHub, your email, they are able to be clickable. Then sorry for that. Then a CV is also saved as a PDF and named your CV PDF. For example, here you can see Ayomide Lawal CV PDF. Yeah, you should also consider that. The renaming is very, very important. Zero spelling mistake. This implies that you have to fill it yourself at least twice, maybe, or maybe 3 times, and ask friends or 3 people to check as well. Zero issues with formatting, consistent font size and types. Don't make this, maybe this was that they have maybe 12 font size, this one have maybe 13, this one have 16. It should be consistent, right? The size, the type, the spacing, the paragraphing. At least twice, and 2 friends or 3 people to check as well. Another checklist here, we should ensure that the experience, skills, and the results are consistent and correlate. I hope we're together. Another checklist here should be clear and concise. Keep your CV to 1 page or 2 page maximum, but we recommend should be 1 page for people who doesn't have a lot of experience, and maybe people who are not in managerial positions, we recommend should be at least 1 page. Yeah. Another checklist here: no logos, no background colors, no icons. Most people prefer to design their CV to look like, kind of designed or something. But trust me, recruiters are not going to be looking into designs. Maybe even those recruiters are not even good designers, or not do not even have any idea on your designs, your colors, and everything. So we recommend your CV to be kind of neat, clean, and consistent. No icons, no graphics as well. Use of appropriate keywords matching the job posting as well. So every CV should be specific and match the job posting. If this job posting, maybe they have this kind of job descriptions, your CV should also match. And you should also note CVs. You cannot use this CV maybe on this job posting, and then the next job posting we still have to use that CV. CV should be updated and according to the job posting, because they'll be expecting, they'll be having different expectations, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead to the next page. Let's check the career challenge. But before the career challenge, let me see if there's any questions so far within the tutorial, so that we jump on the career challenge. So any question maybe, or maybe any clarification that you need? Hello, I'm waiting. Oh, are we good? Okay, we good. Amazing. So let's jump into the career challenge. I think I will not be able to read each and everything. Maybe we. All right. Can you see the screen? The week 12 career exercise. Amazing. Okay, so here's the career exercise, the CV submission. Of course, is Kifiya. Massive training program 2. This is the final week. Of course, are you guys excited? Are you excited about the last week of the program? So let's go ahead. The exercise is preparing and update the CV. And of course, we have here the table of contents. We have the introduction, we have the exercise itself, we have the expected outcomes, the team, the key dates, deliverable, and tasks to be done. We have 2 tasks. The task number 1 is reviewing your current CV, the CV that you have currently. Then task number 2, you have to improve your CV content, the due date, the submission date. It's Tuesday, 19th November. That would be 11 p.m. UTC via the tennis learning platform. Then we will be also looking into the tutorial schedule, the feedback, the marking rubrics, and that will be it. So starting here, maybe I will just read on the first part, and then I'll be going through the career challenge. But in case you have questions, you will ask at the end. Yeah. So here, in today's competitive job market, a strong CV or curriculum vitae is important, as it often provides the first opportunity to make an impression on potential employers. More than just a summary of your education background and work experience, a properly outlined CV serves as a professional declaration of who you are, what you accomplished, your potential for future success, and why you are their ideal candidate for that position or for the position. That's the main purpose of the CV. Then a solid CV distinguishes you from the board. You're there, you maybe Simon, for example. Your CV should distinguish you, should differentiate you from all people who applied on that position. It should be unique and should be telling about you, what you can do, your future success, what you have accomplished, who you are and everything. Yeah. So here, your CV, an essential section. Where we, yeah, so CV distinguished from, differentiate or distinguish you from the crowd, and significantly enhancing your employability by increasing your chances of being spotlighted for interviews, and immediately also securing your dream job. Essential sections, it includes name, as we said, picture, contact details, professional summary, key skills, educational work experience, license and certifications, as you have seen in the tutorial, skills, awards, honors, and notable projects. The CV should normally fit into 1 or 2 page maximum. I will insist on this. So as you can see within our career exercise, here are the the requirements on the CV. We have the name, everything is explained. Maybe here I should emphasize on this part kind of more. So your name should be clearly written out and written in international standard. Here we mean it should be it should be advised to pick one format and stick while with it throughout. The usual is the first name, middle name, which is optional, then last name. You may choose 2 or 3 names uh, according to the Ethiopian naming, but ensure this is consistent with your LinkedIn and your GT Hub. Then should also be spelled correctly across your shareable media, your social media, your LinkedIn, as I said, your GT Hub and everything, and every other job application materials. We recommend using the standard format of capitalizing only the first letter on each name. That means, like, as you can see here, I think you can see my cursor here as I'm moving. Trevor Noah, not Trevor Noah. In one name is all capital letter and another name is it should be like more consistent. Like only first letters should be capital. Contact details, when we talk about contact details, should be accurate and right linked. These include email address, phone number with country code, as we said in the tutorial, the LinkedIn profile link, and the portal link as well. Make sure these links are clickable. The experience part should be relevant work experience. Work experience should be included and be framed using the book's law. You will check here, which should also be in the reverse chronological order. We have the education part. It's important to include educational background and to highlight all relevant courses, project, volunteer work, and others. So this should be in reverse chronological order as well. For example, from the recent to the least recent. In this section, trainees can include courses taught at undergraduate levels which are relevant to the role they apply. So if you're applying for this role and maybe you have some like back there, you can use them according to the application posting or according to the job posting. Yeah. Any awards or academic achievement should also be mentioned and put on into context. Statements should be expatiated, like for example, the GPA of 2.27 is okay. The GPA 3.27, like this. It's also better. You read and understand. In case you have any question, just reach out to me any time. There's also the part of license and the certification. You have to put this in the tutorial. The skills, this section should all allow recruiters to skim your CV and look for familiar keywords, as we said, technologies, softwares that you use, platforms that are relevant to the role being applied for. Selecting the right words here implies that the trainee is aware of what employers are looking for, and it also implies that the trainees has put her or his effort into upskilling him or herself in the most relevant areas required to get the job. Yeah. So you read this, you go through all this document, these expected outcomes, understanding the purpose of the CV, of course. As we said, your CV should, the goal of your CV should be the interview, understanding the role of a CV plays in helping you to improve your employability and your employment, have an error-free CV. This will be the expected outcome after this session. The team, of course, we have instructors. It's me, Emilie Hirwa, career tutor. Then we also Arun Sharma, the co-founder at Ten Academy. The key dates we have: the tutorial session is today, Thursday, 14th November, and then the submission date will be Tuesday, 19th November, 2024. The submission time will be 8 sharp PM UTC. Deliverables and tasks to be done. Of course, the task one, as we said in the tutorial, review your CV. You should clearly review your CV. Sit down and review it. I really mean this one, because this is the last week, and we really recommend that your CV should be professional and should be looking good at the end of this program. That's why we really need you to work on this really clearly. Then review your CV. Of course, in this phase of the work, we review your current CV against the checklist below. The contact information include necessary contact information, your full name, as we said in the challenge and the tutorial, the naming itself, email address, phone number with the country code should be present. Then a LinkedIn profile link is recommended as well, and GitHub as well. Then even your portfolio, I almost forgot that. Ensure these details are easily to locate at the top of your CV. And the clickable links, of course, make sure links to your LinkedIn profile, portfolio, email, and other links are clickable. Names, consistent, confirm that your name following international naming, first name and last name. The middle name is optional if you want. Ensure the names used on your CV matches what your LinkedIn, email. Then experience and content. This is also another checklist. The targeted and relevant experience. List experiences most relevant to the job you're applying for. Highlights your skills and achievements to make a strong impact. We'll also be looking up about your CV being proofreaded by for free errors. Of course, I don't know how you're gonna do this. How we're gonna make sure that you have asked maybe your friends, but we'll be looking if your CV is clearly neat and the spellings, the grammar, and everything. You may use the grammar check to check for grammars, run a grammar check to correct any mistakes. You can use the grammar check. Then for spelling, use a spelling checker to catch typos, also typos. Then the formatting, consistent and font size, use a clear professional font such as maybe Arial, Calibri, or Times New Romans, any fonts that are more clear. Font size no smaller than 11 to the main text. Heading should be slightly larger. The ideal size is 14 or 16. For this one, then the consistent spacing, ensure spacing between sections, lines, and words is uniform and easily to read. Then use of colors, avoid colors, keep the CV in black and white for professional look. The length should be 1 page, 2 page maximum. Aim to keep your CV to 1 page, as I said, or 2 page. Then the final touches, the file format, save it as a PDF, naming it as the first name, CV, then that'll be it. Then avoid backgrounds and the graphics. Exclude any background color, icons, other graphics to maintain clear and professional look. Portfolio link optional. If you have an online portfolio, of course, this is not optional. I think this was a mistake. This shouldn't be optional. Yeah, if you have an online platform, of course, we have. I'll consider adding it to showcase project or achievement that you've had. Then the final check, of course, over to ensure there's no remaining errors. The layout is clean and clear and organized. Then the task so quick. Hello, am I audible? Amazing, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead. The task 2, the task number 1 is about review your CV. Then the task number 2 is improve your CV content. By improving your CV content in this phase of your work, you will improve your CV content. You may choose to use the Pen Academy CV template. Instead, this it's available here. If you click here, you can see the Pen Academy CV templates, but also ensure you have a brief summary of your profile and your desired job. Write a 50-word brief description of yourself in a relevant to what you can do and concept tools you are familiar with, and everything. You can read this document and then within this task, which career task is being pursued, 3 to 5 relevant technology keywords, that the CV belongs to a professional, not a student, the CV that the CV author understands what employers are looking for in junior level employees. There's some examples here, some of the examples of the 50-word summary. For example, here you can see a junior generative AI engineer with a strong foundation in the computer engineering, including database design, objective-oriented program. You can see here within this document, you will see some of the example of the professional summary, the 50-word professional summary. Yeah. Then you can even look for more here on this link. Then ensure you have a list of all your most important technical skills and soft skills. Be careful not to list too many skills. Aim for about 10 at least. Limit yourself to skills most relevant to your chosen career path. If you go on here, ensure you list your work experience in relevant chronological order. I think we have talked about that. And due dates and submission, of course, we said it's Tuesday, 19th November, via the GenSlide platform. The final submission, task 1, task 2. What to submit, of course, a CV, a PDF format, and the late policy you can read here, and that marks not really tutorial schedule. Of course, I think on this as well, feedback, and then we have the marking rubrics. This is what we'll be considering while marking this access for you. So the content relevance and the clarity, of course, personal information, skills, working experience on your CV, the education is stated well, the license and certifications, professionalism and formatting, of course, layout and structure, the font and the size, spelling and the grammar, the rank, the professional appearance, and that's it. So the not being here, individual feedback will not be given. And this marks the end of our career session and tutorial. So in case there's questions, please ask. I think, yeah, we're on time. Hit time for questions. Any question? Was everything clear about your CV and okay? Thank you, Emmanuel. Kidis, amazing. All right, so I think we can wrap up. We're gonna save the recording for people who did not join, for them to also go through the session. But in case you have or maybe any question later, you can still reach out to me on my email, emilia@tenacademy.org, or you can text me on Slack anytime, and I'll be available for you. Other than that, have a good day. I think it's a good evening. Yeah. How do we say that in Ethiopia? How do we say bye?
Oh,
Ciao. Oh, okay. Denahunu. Okay. Denahunu then. Ciao ciao. I knew ciao ciao. I thought ciao ciao is some another language. All right. Amazing. Bye. Denahunu.
asante sana.
Asante sana. Karibu.